So, when we talk about forgiveness, when God says forgive and you shall be forgiven, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. God wants us to forgive because it releases us from anger and stress and the bondage of the enemy. Something came up today that I was when I was in prayer, and I was like, Lord, search my heart and bring to mind anything or anyone that I have not forgiven. And so I just sat there for a little bit, and what popped up was, have you forgiven me? And I didn't get it at first until I sat there. I sat there and I just thought, have I forgiven? Have you forgiven me? Have you forgiven me? Essentially, God was asking me, have I forgiven him? For things that I have been previously upset with him for, experiences and times that I have gone through in the past. And I honestly could say that I haven't. That's one of the things I don't think we think enough of, is we look for situations that, I need to forgive a family member or a friend for something they've done, or ask for forgiveness for things that we do to them, or whatever the case may be as it relates to forgiveness. And then, of course, we sometimes don't look at the fact of forgiving ourselves for things that we have done as well. We exclude that from being a factor as it relates to the equation of forgiveness. But outside of just that, we still hold on to unforgiveness in our heart if we haven't forgiven God for some of the things that our life journey has taken us through. Purpose. Those difficult situations that we're like, why did I have to do this? That was so hurtful, so hard, but we forget that we hold that in our heart, that place where God is, God should be. We lean on him and we say, help me to forgive such and such, but do we say, help me to forgive? Do we even think about, Lord, help me to forgive you? I had to process that today, and I'm still processing that, because it was a deep one. It was one I hadn't really thought about. But I thank God that he brought that to mind, because we don't want to walk around with unforgiveness. We don't, because that prevents us from moving forward. And with that small little key right there, that can unlock so much more in life. He is light. We're here because of him. We're here because, and just that unforgiveness that we have towards God can hold us back from things to come, just from life, just from, it opens up so much more. Just wow. So that's what I wanted to talk about, unforgiveness towards God. How do we do it? Why should we do it? It's important. If we truly believe that God is the head of our lives, if we can forgive our friends and we can forgive our family members, or our loved ones and those who hurt us like that, why would it be difficult to forgive? Why would we not even think? Because we don't think enough of God. We don't think enough of him in the aspects of, we just think, okay, well, he knows everything, and he know I know. It's not him not knowing, it's you. Like me, like he knows everything. He does. He knows everything. But why would he want us to forgive him? So we can experience the fullness of him. With unforgiveness, we block. It's a barrier. Unforgiveness is a wall. Unforgiveness is a blinder. It blinds us. It barricades us from seeing or experiencing, because we've put this wall up. We've put something up to. But once we forgive, we break down that barrier, because that barrier is no longer there. Doesn't mean we don't remember that barrier used to be there. We remember why that barrier was there and what was the root or the reason why we created that barrier. So once we work through it, we uncover the barriers no longer needed. And we're free. We're free to move around that wall, that barrier, because we block our own selves by harboring the unforgiveness. And what the one person we need in this life, because our lives are not our own, is God. Is God. It is God. We need him for everything in this life here on earth. And if we have a barrier up of unforgiveness against God, we're not going to experience the fullness. So, yeah. That's what I kind of thought about today.